Hello, everyone, and welcome to our global Heartstream meditation. A very special shout out and hello to Mariette in South Africa. We gaan het met jou vandaag. To SNJ Breathing Therapist, hello, good morning. Sonia Ruiz, long time no see, Sonia. Amanda Rubler in Cape Town, South Africa. Cape Town is winning so far. Cindy's Heart and everybody else who's making their way into this weekly dedicated space to the heart. Happy Easter for those of you guys who celebrate it. Since we're in the midst of it, and I could not be more immersed in the Eastern tradition as I am here in the south of Spain. For the past couple of hours, all I could hear is just the marching bands with all the Easter processions that are happening. They're passing through the street, the next street over, and if you've ever been in Spain during Easter time, it's really extremely beautiful to watch. All the different floats with the entire Via Crucis of the Christ basically parading through the streets with so much reverence, and then also with so much respect and just the way people dress to honor this time of the year. And then of course everybody's out drinking lots of beer, lots of tapas at soup at the same time. So I cannot be. I'm in Easter time. Oh, how are you? How is your week been so far? I'd love it if you could type into the comment sections a little bit about how you are. And if you have a particular prayer request, also feel free to make it at this time, as I will be also elevating these prayers during our meditation prayer time. Welcome, Princess Shumblator. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. You're here for the first time. Welcome. Welcome also anybody who is with us also today for the very first time. Before we begin today, I wanted to share something that I've been reflecting on for the past few weeks. For almost 5 years now, actually, no, for more than 5 years. I think for 5 years and about a month or two, we've been meeting every week, connecting hearts across distances and elevating our energy together, learning about different topics, sharing our lows and our highs, but more importantly, sharing this deep heart connection. And I've been thinking a lot about what can I do to create an even more supportive circle and environment for all of us to continue to grow together. So over the next week or two, I'm going to be sharing with you the evolution of these heart streams in a way that's going to allow us to forge deeper connections, feel more connected to each other, and then also create a sustainable solution or a sustainable path for the future work so that we can continue to grow together. Okay. I'll be speaking a little bit more about that, especially next week, and then posting also in the here on the YouTube community post as well. We're making some announcements. Janet Nowell, welcome. Hello with infinite love and gratitude. All right. So who here celebrates Easter? Raise your hand if you do. I do, but not in the traditional way. One of the things I started to do once I started to study the mystical traditions, specifically original Christianity, as Jesus taught it to his disciples, and then obviously Sufism as well, and the principles of the Sacred Heart. One of the things I started to recognize is that all the allegories and all the stories that we read about in the Bible and the New Testament and all our ancient scriptures, even though they appear to describe events that took place 2,000, 3,000, 5,000 years ago in the case of some of the ancient Vedic texts, but what they're really doing is describing something that is happening deeper within the human psyche. So if you are somebody that celebrates Easter, I want to invite you to think of Easter not just in the external way in which we normally celebrate it by going to church and doing the Palm Sunday, which by the way is I love that was one of my favorite things. And when I was a child, because I love getting the palms and then making the crosses, and then sometimes it turned out to be an origami little animal or something else with all the leftover palms. But to think that what we're really talking about, it's the death of an old way of being, the death of who we have been through a particular season in our lives, and letting it all go so that we can be reborn and so that we could be resurrected. It's no coincidence that Easter happens at around this time of the year, just as the spring is beginning. When we're coming from the winter energies, where the tendencies to kind of withdraw and reconnect with ourselves and kind of hibernate for a while, all the activity slows down. And then during that time, we get a chance to rest, go through a period of deep rest, only to begin to feel just like we see out in nature. Here in Granada, you can see all the trees, everything that lost its leaves is now, you could see the energy of life pushing through. Well, the very same thing is happening inside each and every one of us. We're now feeling the energy of life that is like urging us forward. And it's kind of saying like, okay, you rested, you replenished, you had time to reflect. And now it's time to move forward, to spring into action and to let go of what no longer serves you and be resurrected into the new life. So this concept of Christ consciousness, not as the cult to the personality of Christ, but to the devotion of the individualized presence of God inside each and every one of us, represents the birth of a new awareness, a new consciousness. And so today in our guided meditation, I want to invite you to resurrect it, to reawaken it, and then use this time of Easter to surrender and let go of those aspects of ourselves that no longer serve you. You know what those are. Perhaps for some of you, it's an old way of being, a way that you used to be, for example, keeping people at a distance, never really letting them into your heart because you're afraid that you would get hurt again or somebody would betray you or abandon you. So it's time to let go of that. Maybe you needed to do that to protect your heart after your last breakup or after your last negative experience. But that same thing that saved you, that protected you a while back, is now what's keeping you from moving forward and having the love that you want, or having the abundance, the prosperity, or whatever it is that you want or in your heart is longing for. All right, so let's let those things die upon the cross. Remembering, as Marianne Williamson reminds us in her book, Return to Love, that the importance of the death of Jesus the Christ is not in the actual crucifixion, but in the resurrection. And what is born anew once we let go of the old. And this is something, by the way, that is not only happening deep inside our human psyche, but it's also happening even at the molecular and cellular level. Every day, every moment when you go to sleep, trillions of cells inside of you are dying, only to be reborn the next day. Your entire body is fully regenerated at the cellular level every 7 years. So if your body is doing that, then why shouldn't you? Why shouldn't you at every certain period of time just kind of say, you know what? That's not me anymore. I'm choosing a different way of being. I'm choosing a different path. I'm choosing now to spring forward and to drink from this spring that will give me new life. That is the invitation as we move into today's guided meditation. Irish, welcome. Irish, nice to have you here. Janet Noel, thank you. Janet says, Yeshua is first and foremost to honor in me as the I am. Yes. Mariette says, death to the old way of being and the new being is resurrected. Lovely, lovely. Yes. Sonia, first time I'm connecting with Easter in a different way and see myself as letting go and allowing this process connect with my true self. Yeah, wonderful. I remember when I first really began to do some deep research around this topic of the mythology around the Christ. One of my teachers and mentors in that area was Dr. Joseph Campbell, professor at NYU in mythology. And he said something quite profound. He said that when he was young and he grew up obviously within a Catholic tradition, he would look at all the Catholic mythology and the Christ and the angels and Mother Mary and all these things. And he just felt like, well, I don't know if to believe on this or not, but obviously this is part of our religion. So I guess we have to honor it, but I don't really understand it. I don't even believe if these things actually happen. But then when he started to study mythology, especially when he began to identify the different patterns that he later on went on to call the hero's journey, he realized, wow, now I understand the language in the symbolism. And now, finally, in my 70s, I get to really appreciate what my faith was trying to teach me. It's just that they never explained it to me in a way in which I could really understand it. They told me, like, I have to believe in this, and this is what happened 2,000 years ago. But now I understand what is happening out there, what I'm seeing represented, what is being paraded through the streets. It's something that is really happening deep inside in the human psyche. And so now I honor it. And when I go and I pay my devotions and I bring flowers and I pray to it, I know that I am connecting with something much deeper, far more complex, and far more profound. And so I want to invite you to then look at your own traditions again and not take them at face value, but just try to really understand the essence of what our ancestors, when they came up with these allegories and these teachings, were in essence trying to communicate. And the heart is a wonderful way to start this journey. Why? Well, because through our hearts we connect with the essence of things. The heart allows you to see the essence, the innocence behind the person that harmed you, that hurt you. And then that is what then allows you to feel compassion for them. The heart is what allows you to read between the lines when somebody's communicating with you and then be able to pick up their pain. The heart is what allows you to look at your current situation, the challenges that you're facing, and understand that there is a deeper lesson you're being asked to learn. And so this is the place that I want to invite you as we move into today's guided meditation. So let's go ahead and move right into our guided meditation on resurrecting the energy of the living Christ within the confines of our hearts. Gratitude, Maria Reyes and Lilian Alvarez. Thank you for being with us today. Let us begin. All right. We begin by bringing the awareness inward and taking a brief inventory of how we are right now, this moment. What it is that we're bringing today into this space. So as you close your eyes, tune in into your body, your physical body. And then notice how you feel physically in this moment. Let the mind do its thinking. Allow all the sensations to give you its information as you bring the awareness to the body, and in essence, ask yourself, how do I feel physically right now? Next, ask yourself, how do I feel emotionally in this moment? How do I feel energetically right now? Is my energy level high? Is it low? Is it flat? Feel into it. We're not trying to change anything. We're just simply witnessing and observing what's real and true for you, physically, emotionally, and energetically. And as you feel into the heart, notice the gentle lub dub in the middle of your chest, and tune in and connect with a heartbeat. Finally, take a moment to ask your heart, my heart, what are you longing for right now? What is your deepest desire? And then just listen. See, feel, and imagine that between your heart and the heart of God, the heart of spirit, the heart of divinity, there is a cord or a laser beam that connects your heart. If you can't see it, feel it. Imagine it. And then from this place, allow me to speak the following unification prayer on your behalf. In the name of the Father, in the name of the Divine Mother, in the name of the Son and of the Holy Spirit, I call for the unification of our human hearts with the heart of spirit, the heart of source, the heart at the center of the cosmos. Knowing that from this point forward, the heart of divinity and our hearts are now one and the same. There's no separation. The heart of God beating inside my heart and inside the heart of every person here today. The heart of God is now fully unified with the heart of Maria, S and J, Lillian, Sonia, Mariette, Janet, Irish, Cindy, Amanda, Princess, you know who you are, and everybody else who is with us here today or watching the replay. And that right here and right now, through this unity and through this connection, our hearts are now being infused with a love that surpasses all understanding, with a love that heals everything, with a love that opens our hearts and lifts us to higher ground. May this light and love now shine in all the deep dark places within our hearts that need healing. May it also give us the strength, the courage to fully and wholly surrender anything and everything, conscious or unconscious, that is keeping us from moving forward in life into the next stage of our evolution. May any blocks to abundance and prosperity be dissolved. Yes. May any blocks that are keeping us from experiencing greater abundance and prosperity may be fully dissolved. May the walls around our hearts that are designed to keep us safe from a past experience come tumbling down so that we may let true love in, attracting towards us right and perfect relationships, partnerships, spiritual family, friends, clients. May the vision within our hearts be fully awakened, that we may see and know clearly what that next step for our evolution is. And when we have the courage to then to step forward. May this prayer go amplified, be fully and completely amplified for all our friends, our families, all our loved ones. And may it also be fully amplified and go out to all of God's children upon the face of this earth. And so it is. Amen. Take a deep inhale now into the heart. As you let out a soft, gentle release and let go of any tension that you may have, especially around the heart area. Once again, deep inhale. Letting go of any tension. One last time, deep inhale. Breathing now, nice and slow, nice and deep, nice and evenly into the heart. Welcoming thoughts, sensations, feelings as you breathe in and out. feeling your heartbeat, breathing into that heartbeat. In the marriage between your breath and your heartbeat, there is God. There's the present moment awareness, the only place where God is. In that space between the heartbeat and the breath, there are creative solutions. There's healing. There's intelligence. There's love. Welcome it with each breath. Remembering your divine inheritance, which is love itself. And as you breathe in and out of the heart, take a moment to feel gratitude and appreciation for yourself, for your commitment towards your spiritual path, for how far you have come along your life's journey, for all that it's taken for you to be here and now and to be the person that you are today. And I want you to say to yourself right now, this moment, there's more love here for me. There's more life here for me. There's more songs to sing. There's more music inside of me. I choose to be reborn in Christ through the power of love. I choose to courageously step forward into the future and be gratefully surprised. I am ready to let go of the old. I am ready for a new version of me. Imagine that within your heart now a flame begins to burn. The flame that burns within the sacred altar of your heart, which is where your own divine self lives. This is the spark that ignites your sacred heart. It's the spark of the divine that resides in you. Feel it. And as you breathe into your heart, imagine that with that breath, you give it enough air so that it amplifies and begins to shine ever so brightly inside of you. Let the resurrecting fires of the divine burn brightly within your heart, dissolving all unlovingness, all unforgiveness, all self-judgments, all self-imposed limitations, all barriers around the heart. For you were not born with those walls. You were not born with those judgments. You were not born with those blocks. Let them dissolve until the purity of the Sacred Heart remains. The grief from people who have left this mortal coil, let it be dissolved. They're with God now. They're not your problem anymore. Let them go. It's time to live for you. It's time to realize yourself, the real you. Allow yourself to be fully, wholly, and completely liberated by all that is leaving. For if it's living or if it has left, it's because it no longer serves you. For God never takes anything away from you. God only liberates you, frees you up. Let the walls of your heart come down. Let the fire reignite the flame of love within you. And declare with me, either secretly or out loud, I am the resurrection and the life in me. I am the resurrection and the life of God's love in me. I am the resurrection and the life of my perfect health. I am the resurrection and the life of my ideal relationships. I am the resurrection and the life of my perfect career and finances. I am the resurrection and the life of my spiritual path. I am the resurrection and the life of the purity of Christ in me. I'm willing to be reborn. I'm willing to surrender the old self. And I give myself permission to be made new. For the next few moments, allow these powerful statements or declarations of intention and truth to penetrate both your conscious and unconscious mind. Let your own intention to heal and release the past set you free. Let this new fire of love burning within your heart resurrect the energies of love in you. As we make our way back into the physical reality, let us just remember for ourselves and for each other that the miracle of the resurrection is something that happens deep within our hearts. That by virtue of our own spiritual wills and conscious joy, we can choose to let go of the past, let go of what no longer serves us, and be reborn, be transformed. That the season of Easter reminds us that the miracle of the resurrection is always available to us. That regardless of our present situation, circumstances, no matter how lost, confused, hopeless you may feel, when the divine will is invoked, you can be made new, you can be reborn. That within you lies the dormant forces of transformation. That your job is just to awaken them, to summon them, to welcome them, to allow them. This is your divine inheritance, always available to you. Take a deep inhale. Stretch a little bit. Opening the eyes, reacquainting yourself once again with the physical space that surrounds you, feeling wonderful, feeling rejuvenated, feeling calm and at ease. Welcome back. How are you feeling? What are you taking away from our sacred time together? If you feel like it, feel free to type it in the comment section below. I always enjoy reading your comments. I don't always have the time to respond to them the way that I would like to, but I always do my best. Iris says, I wanted to stay there at the beach with the waves washing away. Oh, that no longer serves me. Thank you, Gabriel. Yeah, Iris, me too. Yeah, me too. It's very soothing. It's a very soothing image and sounds. And so, every time I go to the beach, and it has been a while since I was at the beach, I think at the beginning of the year, in the African Yoruba tradition, the element of the ocean, the mother of the waters, her name is Yemaya. It's what the Nigerians call the spirit of the ocean, Yemaya, which is a female. And every time I enter the ocean, I always go, here I am, mother. Wash me clean in your waters. And then with that, I just go, take a plunge. And by the time I come out, even though the water sometimes can be freezing, especially when I was living in South Africa, I think Mariette and Amanda know what I'm talking about. I feel light, rejuvenated. And so this is one of the things I'm speaking about. You have out there the ocean that they tell us is a thing, but it's a life being. Our African ancestors recognized that, and so they knew that when you enter into these sacred waters where life originated, science tells us, it's kind of like we go back into the womb to be cleansed, to be rejuvenated, and to be and to be strengthened. One of the things a lot of people don't know about ocean water is that the salt content actually removes all the negative ions, all the negativity from other people's negative emotions, it really just restores. You get to anchor a lot of the emotional, electromagnetic energy, most of it, which is not even yours. You pick it up from other people and from places that you visit. So walking barefoot, taking bath in large bodies of water can help you release and let go a lot of this accumulated energy. Hi, Lee. Welcome back. She says, hey, Gabs, I feel so renewed. I feel very powerful energy flowing through me. Thank you for sharing energy with me. Love you all. You're very welcome. It's the power of what we can create together. Yeah. Irish says the salt cleanses us. I'm going home to Cyprus on Tuesday for 2 weeks. So excited. It's wonderful. Have a wonderful time, Irish. I gotta go visit you in Cyprus sometime. I've never been there. I also have a friend that I met in South Africa who lives there. Would love to visit him sometime. All right, my beautiful friends, we come to the end of our time together. So once again, thank you for keeping me company this Easter Wednesday. May you have a blessed week ahead. May the resurrecting energies of the season, resurrect in you the inner Christ, your divine gift, your divine capacity to heal yourself, to find creative solutions to your problems, your divine capacity to bring healing to any condition, to any circumstance, to any situation, even the ones that you lost hope over. And just simply by invoking these energies and remembering once again that what we're looking at on the outside, it's something that is happening always deep inside. The human psyche is happening deep inside in the body. It's happening deep inside in our emotional bodies. It's happening deep inside our spiritual bodies. And that life requires a constant letting go and surrendering and allowing all aspects of ourselves to be crucified with the Christ so that they can be reborn, so that you can be reborn and made new. Thank you. I look forward to connecting with you again next week. I'll be speaking a little bit more about the evolution of the Heartstreams. We'll go into more detail next week and what does that mean and how that may affect you or may not. We'll see. I'll leave you feeling a little bit curious. All right. Until the next time, please take care of yourself so that you can take care of others. And as always, I send you all of my love from my heart to yours. Bye-bye for now.